Thought for the day. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being.
In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we discuss 5 ways to increase our self-worth. Have a listen.
So much can go wrong because we lack self-worth. And I don't want that to happen to any of you, man or woman. So I want to give you some guidance on how you can start improving in this area right away, because doing so is so essential to living a higher quality of life. All right. And also, it's God didn't put you on this earth to have low self-worth. You are worthy. You have great value. You are someone special. All right. And you deserve wonderful and amazing things. And I want you to embrace that reality. So here are some steps. Number 1, stop taking things personally. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but taking things personally is one of the greatest deteriorators of self-worth. Because when we take things personally, we internalize the things that people say and do to us, or even just what we come across, and we personalize it rather than realizing it's not always about us. And when we learned how to not to take things so personally, how to not be so offended by everything someone says, you will find yourself being able to stay on a more positive path. How to keep your mind in a healthier place. All right. So it's important to guard yourself in that way. And again, not guard yourself as in have walls up. Just guard yourself in the sense that I'm not going to let this negative energy penetrate my spirit, penetrate my mind, because then it can wreak havoc within our body, in our emotional state, and cause all kinds of problems, as well as mentioned, decreasing our self-worth. Start setting some goals in your life. All right. It is hard to have great self-worth when we don't feel like we're doing anything with our lives, when we don't feel like we've accomplished anything. However, being productive, all right, reaching goals, accomplishing things makes us feel better. Period. That's just the way it works. And so it will be very good and healthy for you to start setting some goals. Now, they can be some long-term ones, some short-term ones. I think you should have a mixture of all. Learning how to be alone and happy. Now, let me be very clear here. I don't mean you need to be alone forever. I don't mean you need to be such a loner that you don't want anyone around you. I mean that you need to get to a place where you don't need other people in order to generate happiness in your life. All right. That you, even when you are alone, can still create and be happy, can still be positive, that you are not at the mercy of having company. You're not at the mercy of having to be in a relationship, because those who are afraid to be alone start to entertain and tolerate individuals who don't belong in their life. They start to not have a high level of self-worth because they desperately want to attach themselves to anyone who can provide them with companionship. And this is going to set you on a path of more brokenness and damage. So again, the goal isn't to be alone forever. The goal isn't to not want anybody around you ever. The goal is simply finding peace and happiness when you are by yourself. You may still desire a partner in a relationship. You may still have even more fun when you can be around people, because some of us are just more social than others. That's perfectly fine. But you have to have mastered your aloneness, your solitude, in a way that it doesn't drive you to a negative place and into dealing with the wrong people and in the wrong situations. That's the key. And when we can do that, we will increase our self-worth, and we will value not just the time we give to others, all right, and the time that we pour into ourselves as well. So it's important, very important, to learn how to be happy while you are alone. So next on this list is start taking better care of yourself health-wise. So listen, I'm just going to run through it really fast because at the end of the day, when we feel better, all right, and when I say feel better, when we start to take better care of ourselves and we start to feel better from a physical sense, our mind starts to be more positive. We start to be more happy. We start to be more productive. When you're not taking care of yourself, you start to be more fatigued, more stressed out. You may get more anxiety. So much can go wrong because we are not giving our body what it needs, all right? And we're running it ragged. We're letting life run us into the ground. You've got to take control of that and take steps towards greater health. You need more sleep, all right? You got to get some rest. Too many of you are operating off 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and that's not enough for you. You need time to relax and recharge. You need more hydration, drinking more water, all right? The body is consumed or is made up of mostly water. It's essential to our bodies. And when you start to drink enough and more water and quality water as well, all right, because there is something to that, then that's going to play very well in your mood, in your energy, in your focus, and so on. You got to start to eat better.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.